Welcome back to Hard Mode SnowRunner, everybody. So this is going to be the final episode of Michigan. I did this without my microphone, so these are just a couple of clips, basically, of the log deliveries, if you're interested in watching any of that. Obviously, you don't have to, but I didn't want to not include it, and it's not every single log delivery, just because I was just grabbing clips of them as I would deliver them. I did this over a couple of days. I didn't do it all at once. The logging in Michigan, I should not have saved for the end. It's just, there's so much of it, and it's so much driving. The way the log stations are laid out, it's just not good. In Black River, you can get long and medium, but Smithville only has medium. Island Lake only has medium, and Drummond Island only has long. So it's like, depending on, I don't know, it's a long drive for almost every single one. So it's just, it takes a lot of time. So I just included some of the clips here, and, that's really it. I didn't go crazy with it, but I at least wanted to include some of them. I also realized that I had missed a contest, so one of the one of the log deliveries needed to go to the farm anyway, so I had the logs here. I left the trailer sit over by the gas station here in Drummond Island, and then I drove over here to pick this up. Then I hook back up to the trailer and just drive to the farm. It takes forever because I don't take the route you're supposed to take. I open up the map here in a little bit because I'm like, how are you supposed to do this in a minute and 30 seconds? But you're supposed to go the opposite direction out of here, like not this direction I'm going. You're supposed to go out the other way to the water, and there's like a rock like bridge you can cross. It's pretty sketchy, so would not recommend doing it in hard mode unless you are really confident. I also have this trailer of medium logs that I need to take to the farm anyway, so I just didn't care about the money payout. I was just going to complete the contest for the completion, and that's good enough for me. There are some other things I did too towards the end of this video. I had already cleaned up most of my trucks, and they were all just kind of sitting in the parking lot area of the garage here in Smithville. So they were all there pretty much. I did have to go get my little Chevy CK 1500 that was out over by the drilling site from when I had to refuel one of the trucks. I think this truck actually. So I had to take that back. That actually ran out of fuel. I had to... Oh, sorry. Yawning. I had the P16 with a full trailer of fuel from Island Lake that I had brought back because I wanted to take it back so I could fuel everything up. So I took the P16. I got the Chevy CK back almost to the farm, so I just had to drive the P16 down that muddy, waterlogged path at the farm, because that's basically where the P16 was sitting. It was just sitting at that intersection. And then I refueled the truck, and then as I was going back to get them back to the garage, the P16 flipped, which was unfortunate. So I'll talk about that more later. I'm not going to talk this whole time. I'll come back in at the P16 flipping part. But yeah, I'm going to end this little bit of commentary here. This is just, dropping off the rest of the logs and getting that 100% for Michigan. So we will definitely be moving on to Alaska. I plan on recording that first video right after I finish doing this little voiceover bit. But either way, Michigan was a good learning experience for me when it comes to hard mode. I learned a lot about hard mode. I wasn't exactly playing it properly to begin with. My biggest mistake was when you get the upgrades usually are available for free when you unlock them, and I guess I just didn't realize that. So like, there's a lot of upgrades that I could have put on my trucks way earlier that would have probably helped me and kept me from getting stuck and spending money. But anyway, feel free to watch the rest of these drop-offs if you want. No commentary. That's up to you. I just wanted to include it because I didn't want to, like, just finish off Michigan without it being recorded. Even though this isn't all of it, obviously, it was just so much driving, and, you know, you get the gist of it. I did all the log deliveries all on my own. It just, you know, it took a long time. This would have been, it would have probably been at least two more episodes if I would have recorded every single minute of me driving these logs. There's just so many of them, and the drives were just so incredibly long. It would take 20 minutes a trip. So anyway, I will be back towards the end of the video. Okay, I'm back. So the P16 here, I got my wheels. It was late when I was doing this. I was tired, and I was I was falling asleep. I'll be honest here. My wheels got off the side of that little ditch there, and the P16 rolled over. I tried flipping it back over with this truck by itself, just by using the winch and trying to like flip it over by pulling it, and the P16 just it won't move. Like it'll start to rock over, but I can't get it to pass that point where it'll fall down on its wheels. Like I tried everything. I couldn't. I tried this little loading crane. Obviously, I knew that wasn't going to do it, but I wanted to try it anyway. I at least dragged the trailer out to try and see if that was causing it to keep from flipping over. I still couldn't flip it over. I tried for a while. I tried with my twin steer. I couldn't. That thing wouldn't. I mean, this White Western Star was doing a better job with the winch over the twin steer. I was pissed when that happened too. But yeah, the White Western Star was doing a better job moving it, at least with just the winch, but I still couldn't get it to flip. The twin steer couldn't even get it to budge. It was just like, and if I winched it, the twin steer would just drag on the ground, even with the e-brake. It was ridiculous. So like, I don't know. I eventually just, I was like, I don't really know what else to do. I tried, which you'll see here in just a bit, I believe. I tried buying a like heavy crane for the White Western Star, and I thought that would work. It was like $7,500. Didn't work either, and I know I don't leave a whole lot of it in this clip, but I did try with that in multiple different angles. I tried multiple different winch points. Like, I really, really tried as hard as I could, and it was just lifting the truck up off the ground. Like, the White Western Star was being lifted off the ground. So I ended up just biting the bullet and recovering the P16, because the P16, I believe, is the heaviest truck I have, and none of my trucks could flip it back over. And I was tired of it. I just wanted to wrap this up. I didn't want to deal with this anymore. So I paid the $8,000 to recover it, because I didn't really have any other choice. If you think you could have flipped it over, like I don't think it was going to move. So that kind of sucks. I lost like 15 grand at the very end of this. We were over 100K, and now we're not. I did end up selling the crane back, but you only get half your money back, obviously. So it is what it is. But yeah, that's really all I've got. The end of this video here is just really, all of my trucks are sitting out in the parking lot up in the garage, and I just repair and refuel everything before I put it back in the garage and retain it, so that when we go to Alaska, everything is ready to go. Yeah, you can see, I mean, I knew that loading crane wasn't going to do anything. The loading cranes in this game are really, really weak. So, like, I wasn't expecting it to be able to flip it over, but I figured I'd try, because why not? But then you'll see here, I came down with a heavy crane, and this just couldn't do anything either. It was lifting me off the ground. It was almost flipping the truck over. It just wouldn't work. So I just gave up and recovered it. I was not happy, believe me, but I couldn't. There was nothing else I could do. The P16 is just such a heavy truck, and I don't have anything else to combat that. Like, look how it was lifting the truck off the ground. Like, it's insane. So, and it's not like it was stuck to anything. It wasn't like clipped in the ground. It wasn't stuck. There was no sign. Like, it would move. I could move it around. I even almost had it like spun almost 90 degrees at one point, and I still, like, I could not get it to flip over. But it's not that it was stuck. It was just rolled over in the mud in a ditch, and like, I think it was just perfectly in the ditch to where, with it being so heavy, I was trying to pull it uphill almost, and I couldn't get it to flip over. So either way, that's just kind of the nature of the game, I guess. But yeah, you'll see at the end, I just repair and refuel every truck and put it in my garage and retain it. So I'll see you in Alaska. Have a good one.